Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? I got to get some more energy on these things. But yeah, man, just checking in. I'm actually kind of happy right now because this is my first green month. First green month. I started trading January, February, March, April of 2025. Well, I started really seriously trading. Previously, I've learned, put $500 in, not really knowing what I'm doing, lose the $500, stop trading for a year. So this is the first time since April of 2025 that I've consistently traded every single month, and every single month was red up until this month. Now, what did I do differently? Truthfully, I got lucky, um, but there are, even with, if I take out the lucky trade, I still would have been positive like 100, 200 bucks or something like that. But I think that lucky trade, which was a swing trade, which I'm not even supposed to do swing trades, um, news broke. I was in a call. It jumped up. And I think that trade, because it ended up yielding me about $600. But I think that gave me a confidence boost that I had really been needing. Like when you take on so many losses and you just wake up every day, sometimes you're kind of thinking like, man, what am I doing wrong? Or like I was speaking about in the last video, you take on all of these different characteristics, but you kind of have to simplify and break those down every day. But I think that gave me the confidence boost. What I mean is that after that, um, I still took on losing days, but there's two things that kind of helped. One, I started looking at, someone spoke about your losing days being expenses, like if you have a business. And I was previously a business owner, so that kind of comes natural to, okay, well, that's just my expenses for the day. The other days that I'm green is going to be my profit. Now, do I want my expenses to be super large? No, you have to do something about that. So I started looking at it like, if I'm just not in a winning day or I'm just not successful, it's okay to walk away and be red. I think sometimes we can get, not we, I myself can get so caught up in, oh, today I'm green. Oh, today I'm green. And the moment you get red, it's like, I'm a loser when really you're not. You just, it's not flowing today. You're not paying attention to your rules. You're not being patient enough. And all of those different things can come into the equation. The second thing, whether you're religious or not, I started looking at it as, this is all God given, and I'm just a steward or of what I'm given. And so, you know, another thing that somebody said is, respect your account. Do I respect when I have $100, $200, $500, whatever, $1,000? It doesn't matter. Do I respect the capital to where I'm not just wilding out? And then also, I started reading a little bit of Market Wizards. I've read, or I've had the audiobook of the original one, but I've gotten the audiobook of the new one. And it's just kind of a reminder that, like, people do get lucky. People do mess up. People do break up on their rules. Just because they're a professional trader, um, yes, they could be a well-oiled machine in certain ways, but they still have mistakes. Um, so from that, what I've kind of learned, what I'm kind of processing is, don't let my losers run. Be patient. Kind of let the trade come to you. A lot of times when I'm having these red days, it's just really me jumping the gun. Um, and if you are on the green days, a bad habit I really kind of got into was just multiple contracts and not being able to stomach when, if that multiple contracts goes into red. It may be going in the correct direction, but I may have entered on the high and now it's on a pullback, and now I'm seeing negative whatever it is. I can't stomach it. I get out of it, and then it ends up going up, but that ends up being a higher loss compared to just doing compared to just doing a single contract. So, um, once again, first green month, I'm happy. Um, I still continue. It was a sloppy win, but I still do. I'm happy that I got this green month, and I'm also at a point of not letting it get to my head or not letting it give me too much overconfidence. I'm still having to ground myself um, to go into the next month because I do think that if I am patient, I can continue to have whatever success that's coming towards me, but it does require patience. And, you could say that every day, but then when the stocks start moving, you're like, man, it looks like it's going this way, it looks like it's going that way. But another thing that I want to speak about too that has kind of helped me was I started looking at things a little bit differently. Um, and what I mean by that is I was watching this video and this guy was just speaking about levels. Now, I had been marking out my levels, but a lot of times when I would take the trade, a mistake that I would make is that once it reached the level, I would, um, I don't want to say bet or wager, but I would look for the stock to have a continuation of what it's doing. And although that there is a probability that that may happen, it normally really doesn't happen unless there's a lot of strength within a stock, whether it's buying or selling power. And so what you kind of have to look at, or what that guy kind of taught, is that like, hey, once it reaches this level, this resistance, however you want to word it, supply demand, I don't know, once it reaches, let's say it's resistance or the top, instead of having a probability of it being a continuation, it probably has a higher probability that it's going to pull back from that point. And so those can begin to be entry points. And of course, you do have to have type stops because sometimes it may go a little bit above, or you may, if you're trying to be early, or you may look for it to actually drop down before you enter. Um, so just looking at those levels in a different aspect, and also being an intraday trader, um, just not being worried about the overall direction. Like, if I'm looking at the 4 hour and the daily, and of course, this is an uptrend. So, I mean, if I'm trading with the trend, I should only be doing calls, but I do calls and puts. So, realizing, like, man, what is it saying on the 5 minute chart and that 1 minute chart? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm only going to be in a trade for 1 to 5 minutes, at most. Like most of my trades are a lot of times are really like 1 to 2 minutes. So just realizing that, and realizing that, no matter if it's up or down, I'm really only looking for a small section throughout the day to be profitable. So yeah, I'm just going to see where this journey continues to take me. Once again, I'm happy. This is my first month out of, what is that? I don't even know the math. We'll just say April, May, June. Well, 14 months isn't too bad. April, yeah, May, June. So yeah, about 14 months before I have my first profitable month, but I'm still not a profitable trader. I still have some catching up to do on my equity curve before I get to that point, but I have no doubt that I will get to that point. And also, give yourself grace, man, because you're going to make mistakes. And, find somebody to talk to about your trade and journal. Um, Let ChatGPT give you some feedback, but don't let it give you these false answers. Like, ask it serious, like, questions like, yo, evaluate my trading based on what I said previously. Like, don't let it just give you what you want to hear, basically. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Currently charging the car. I think I will be leaving. I don't know, maybe within the next 60 to 90 days, but we shall see. So that's it. Peace.